Yo, we're counting down the top 10 most expensive Blastoise cards to ever come into the Pokemon card game. If you want to see what maybe your favorite Pokemon is in the top 10 most expensive cards, please go ahead and comment down below in the comments what Pokemon you want to see in next week's top 10 most expensive. Today we got Blastoise, so let's get into it. Let's like this video, comment, sub if you haven't, turn on those noties, share, and catch the whole video. At number 10, the 10th most expensive Blastoise Pokemon card to ever hit the market is going to be the Blastoise from Plasma Blast. This Blastoise isn't really all that expensive, with a reverse holo market price being the most expensive of $16.76. This card is an awesome work of art, but the price doesn't really show too much with it. Looking back at this card from over a year ago, it really hasn't fluctuated too much, only doubling in price by $8. This is the highest this card has ever been, so who knows, maybe this card will start fluctuating even higher, or it could drop later on in the market. At number 9, we have Blastoise from Boundaries Crossed, Black and White. This card's reverse holo is going for $21.92 and really hasn't gone up or down too much in the past 3 months. Looking at the past year though, you can see that this card's last year, it was only worth about $12, $13. Now at $21 profit, so it's really only gone up $10 in value. At number 8, we have the big boy Blastoise from Platinum. This one getting a little bit more expensive at the reverse holo price of $26.70. And as you can see, this card has started to go up in value, but really not too much. But looking at the card from a past year, this card was actually worth more with almost $30. Now going for $26.70. This card has actually lost itself some value. So if you are a Blastoise collector, it does look like prime time to buy this card would be now before the market brings this guy back up. At number 7, we have ourselves Blastoise from Secret Wonders. This card's holo price is $31.40 with a reverse holo price of only $21. This card has not fluctuated in price at all in the past 3 months. As you can see, it is a straight line. Looking at the past year though, this card, same thing, other than the reverse holo doubling in price. The holo of this card has not really gone up or down by nothing more than $1. At number 6, we have Blastoise from Base Set 2, back in the 90s. This Blastoise card is currently going for $74.30. Looking at this card's value from a year ago, it was actually lower with a lowest point of $65 and a highest point of $78. So this card has really only increased from a year ago about $7. Base Set 2 might have been a while ago, but the value of it hasn't unfortunately revealed itself yet in full. At number 5, we have ourselves Blastoise from Pop Series 3. If you're wondering why this card is so much more expensive than Base Set 2, is because Pop Set 3 was a very hard set to come by. Not only that, when you did get the set, it only had about 3 cards in each pack. So to pull this guy was a little difficult. He is going for a holo market price of $80 and has actually gone up a good amount in the past 3 months. About 2 months ago, he was $60. Now he's at $80, so $20 in 2 months. That's pretty good net worth. Looking at him from a year ago, though, he was actually worth more with a height of $115 with a massive drop to $37 at one point. This card is definitely on the recovery slope. So if you missed your buy of this card and you want to get him for a future profit, he may be the one to put some stock into. At number 4, we have ourselves Blastoise from base set OG original, going for $147. Big boy coming up with some big bucks. He has actually gone up about $20 in the past 3 months. $27 to be exact. And if you look at him from a year ago, his value has skyrocketed with the lowest market price at $113. He's gone up about $34 in the past 3 months, which for Pokemon cards is quite impressive. At number 3, top 3, we got ourselves Blastoise from Plasma Storm. This golden big boy is a golden card to have in your Blastoise collection. First off, the artwork on here, mwah, superb. The golden side edging matching with the yellow lining just touches it perfectly, making this card pop to any Blastoise eye holder. With a value of $200, this card actually had a sunk in value a couple of months ago, with it being worth $145, now back up to $200. Looking at this card from a year ago, you could see that it actually had an even lower point. Nope, that was the lowest it was at $145. A year ago, this card was only worth $184, so it's gone up $15 in value. But if you were lucky enough to get it at a $145, a steal, oof, you are one lucky duck. Number 2, we have an OG favorite coming from the OG villains. That's right, we got Team Rockets. Well, not Team Rockets, but we have Dark Blastoise from Team Rocket. This big bad boy is going for $214.59. Looking at this card from the past a couple of months, you can see that this card has not really fluctuated that much at all. A straight line with a slight slope increase. But looking at the past year, you can see that this card has actually lost some value. With a year ago it being $244, this card has actually gone down by $30 in value. So if you're looking to buy this card, now seems like it is probably the primest of prime times. That $30 could add up to a lot more later on. Now, number 1, the most expensive Blastoise out there on the market today is going to be a first edition shadowless base set Blastoise with a market value of 500 smackaroos. This card has fluctuated in the past 3 months with a height of $1,689. Absolutely insane that card is going for that much at that price. Sheesh. I might step off this and buy this card for $500 now. Maybe someone will buy it for $1,700 later. Looking at this card from a year ago, though, it really hasn't fluctuated too much. Last year was at $600, dropped the lowest to $355, up to $600, $400. You had those 2 explosions where it was bought at $1,400 and $1,700. Now it's back down to $500. This card seems to be all over the market, and I have absolutely no idea why or how that it is. But I can say that this card is a beautiful work of art, and I am super happy that I have him in my collection. So that concludes today's top 10 most expensive Blastoise Pokemon cards. Like I said, if you want me to do one of your favorite Pokemon, please put it in the comments down below. And maybe next week, we'll be picking one of the Pokemon that was mentioned in the comments to feature in next week's top 10. As always, thank you everyone for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day and keep poking on.